Hello, I'm Andrew Dyer, and welcome to another edition of the Roundball Report, the only show in the area dedicated to highlighting the excellence of the high school, college, and professional basketball teams which play in the Washington metropolitan area. And here with me again is my co-host, former Holy Cross High and Georgetown University star Monica McNutt. Monica, the Hoyas. What happened?
We're going to start there, really. That's where we start.
Well, you know, I know that's a soft spot. But
it is.
We talked about March Madness is really what it was. That was the definition of it.
Madness, the definition.
But we will leave the negative side of March Madness, but we actually have a youth team, and we can talk about the positive side of March Madness.
We do. We have a team who has already captured that elusive championship on any level, so we're joined today by the Bowie Boys and Girls Club 12 and under championship team who notched a 13-0 season. Am I correct, Coach?
Yes.
Outstanding. Well, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And this is head coach Keith Olfus and his assistant coach Keith Olfus Jr. And coach, just talk about what a unique ride. I mean, I remember when one of my oldest sons was playing for football for a guy that actually played all the way through the NFL. And when he captured the championship, he told them, he said, "Gentlemen, remember this. I played my entire career, and this was the first championship he had ever won." Talk about how special it was to lead these young ladies to their goal.
Well, it actually was very special because when we first started this team, I mean, the 11 girls behind us, this was their first time playing together. I mean, it was a whole new team. We didn't know what to expect. But we worked hard. We worked with them. And I would say the first couple of games were pretty good, being a new team, that we were able to breeze through and find out what type of team we had. But as we went on, the games got tougher. And I would say probably after we played the Marlboro game, the first Marlboro game, when we won that one to date was the toughest game. I would say after that we started looking at the undefeated record and pointing out to the girls how special it would be to actually go undefeated.
And speaking about special, Keith Jr., talk about how special it was to get a chance to coach with your dad, and as he said, go through an undefeated championship season.
It was very special. I grew up, he always coached me, and you know, we kind of compared it to our teams to his team, so he likes to say that this is probably the best team he ever coached. So it was real special to you know, coach with him and do what he did to me growing up and coaching the girls to, you know, a championship.
Now, I had the opportunity to listen in as I prepared for the show in the green room, and these girls do not lack energy at all. How do you keep them focused on the task at hand?
Well, we try to. Well, actually, we have another coach that he helps us with practice. Charles Workman, he's the disciplinarian of the group, and he has a whistle. They know that when he blows the whistle, it's time to calm down and pay attention. But we try to channel that energy and make them use it in a positive way. So it was a good group to work with.
And speaking of the group, we've got the young ladies here, and we're going to start with one of the administrators and moms who made it all happen. We'll start with you.
Hi, I'm Bianca Washington, and I'm the team manager.
Hi, I'm Jocelyn Johnson. My number is 23, and I'm a power forward.
Hello, my name is Kiara Olfus. I'm number 11, and I also play power forward.
I'm Devan Scott, and my number is 52, and I play power forward.
Hi, I'm Allison Hogue. My number is 22, and I play point guard.
Hi, I'm Haley Howard. I'm number 5, and I play a small forward.
Hi, I'm Carla Rose. I'm number 10, and I play point guard.
I'm Isabella Duran. My number is 42, and I also play power forward.
I'm Danielle Dyer. I'm number 12, and I play guard and forward.
I'm Akai Washington. My number is number 1, and I play a guard.
I'm Trinity Workman. My number is 3, and I play a point guard.
Wow, see, that's a championship team, Coach. You called the play, they went out and they executed. They got a great job, ladies. You got it done. Got it done.
Nicely done. So before we get to the girls, Coach, just what has been maybe a highlight for you guys as coaches from the season?
A highlight for us, actually, the Marlboro game and the Fort Washington game. Okay. Prior to this year, Marlboro was like our toughest rival, and they had beaten us the last couple of years, so that was pretty satisfying beating them. And then the Marlboro game, they have a player that's pretty good. She's tough, and they pushed us to a double overtime, so that was a pretty exciting game as well.
Right, and Keith, can you talk about the impact of winning that double overtime game at Fort Washington did to carry the ladies on through the rest of the season?
I think it was a big win. Pretty much before that, we had pretty much dominated all of our games, so the girls really hadn't had much adversity. So when they got out against the court, when they got on the court against Fort Washington and saw that, you know, we could be beat, I like the way they kind of rallied together, and there was no way that we would, you know, they said there was no way we were leaving that game with a loss. So I like the way they pushed, and I thought that was big for us for the rest of the season.
And Coach, it was really interesting, especially at the developmental level, which is Boys and Girls Club is supposed to be. It was really good to see. You had some players that started the season a little more advanced than the others, but to see the growth of everybody on the team with you doing the same drills throughout the season, it had to be heartening and refreshing for you to see that you had players who really were developmental at the beginning, but were major factors at the end of the season.
Well, definitely. We had one player, and she's actually not here. She was sick today. Jasmine Valentine. I remember when she first came out to the tryout, you know, she could barely dribble the basketball. But we worked with her, and you could see from that first practice to the championship game, she was a different player. And I think all the girls have grown. Even the more experienced players got a little better as the season went on.
Right. Who's got the mic in the back? Kaya, talk about how special it was. Well, you and Trinity, just go around. Just pass it around and say what was the most special thing for you about the season. Start with you, Trinity.
To beat Fort Washington, because in the past we have never beat them.
It was to beat Fort Washington because they always won against us.
Danielle?
I think to beat Fort Washington too, because it was a double overtime game, so that meant we had to play harder at the end.
Fort Washington because they gave us competition and we still took it.
I think the championship was very, very special.
The championship game.
Fort Washington because we've never beat them before.
The championship game.
The championship game.
And talk about, Kiera, what it's like playing for your father and your big brother.
It's really fun because, well, since they're family, I'm like really rowdy. But like since I know them like a lot, they know my weaknesses and my strengths, and they use that to make me better.
Right.
So I want to go back to the ladies that said the championship was the most special memory from the season. Can one of you tell me why?
You would give it to me though.
Yeah, don't be shy. Why was the championship the most important?
It was special because I had never played on a team that made it to the championship.
And Keith, talk about, I mean, it's really interesting. It was a really packed house, a raucous atmosphere. But you guys, pretty reserved confidence, but you had those championship shirts printed out before the game. So you came into it with some confidence, Coach.
Well, we did. Actually, I thought that the Fort Washington game, as everybody said, we talked about the Fort Washington game, and that first time it was a double overtime game. So I probably was more more worried about the Fort Washington team as Marlboro. And just to show the growth, we went from being them in double overtime to beating them in double digits in the playoffs, which was a big thing. So I think once we got past that, for me, even though we had lost to Marlboro twice prior to
in a tournament,
in a tournament, I think they caught us on a good day. But I think after the Fort Washington game, I feel pretty confident that we would win. And like you said, I went and got the shirt. You know, a couple people, they tried to tell me not to do that, but I thought we would be okay.
That quiet
confidence. I thought we would be okay.
Yeah, and you and I also had talked about the appearance on the show after they won the championship. We kept it between us, but the girls didn't know about it. Bianca, from administrator and parent standpoint, talk about how special it was as a mom and also as one of the people that runs the Boys and Girls Club program. How special it is not only have a championship team, but one that went undefeated throughout the season. Microphone.
It was a nice feeling to come to watch the girls, some of them from 10 to where they are now, to know where they started, to see where they are now. So it was a good feeling.
Right, and of course it takes a whole village. I mean, the parents getting them there throughout the practice, Bianca and Dwayne Gray, and the administration, they're giving you guys the practice time, because that's one of the most important things, especially when you're developing a team like you did. Because I saw your practices. You actually were able to game plan for the playoff and championship game, and the ladies played it out to a T.
Well, you're right. It takes a full team, and the parents were great. I mean, sometimes, like you said, it's hard to get practice time. I might not get a practice time till that morning, but I would send out an email let everybody know, hey, we're practicing tonight at 6 o'clock, and for the most part, everybody was there. You know, so I really think that the coaching staff, the administration, the players, the parents, we all played a part in making this team the team that it became.
And I'm sure all you ladies thanked your parents along the way. Yes.
Well, y'all can do it now. Thank them.
Thanks, Mom. That's oh so important.
So what's on the horizon? I mean, I know you got the Boys and Girls Club team, and now you head into the summer season. I understand you guys have a team under that realm as well.
Yes, we have a 6th grade AAU team, the Lady Mavericks, and most of the players from this team play on that team. So we're back in the gym Wednesday. We were actually supposed to practice tonight, but hey,
we appreciate the sacrifice. Appreciate the sacrifice.
Came to the show instead. So yeah, we'll start on Wednesday.
Right. And Keith Jr. again, just talk. Did you harken back to some of the days when you played for your dad to try to help translate the messages to some of the young ladies?
Definitely. I would use a lot of different examples, especially when you know, the girls got comfortable. You know, kind of thought they couldn't be beat or would take it easy on practice. And myself and Coach Charles too. You know, very fiery and let them know, you know, you can be beat, you can lose. I had a couple disappointments growing up as well, so I would try to let them know, you know, you can't get too comfortable. You always want to push yourself to get better, and I think they really rallied and did that.
And personally, Coach, it's interesting. For the last couple of years, we've been trying to align our schedules to try to get Danielle an opportunity to try out for this team. And this was the year that we were able to make that happen, and it turned out to end up in the championship.
Yeah, it turned out great. I got the call, and it was like, hey, Danielle want to play? I was like, okay, bring her on.
Right. And Bianca finalized the deals, got the paperwork in at the last minute to make it happen, and it all evolved itself into a championship. So talk about the expectations for trying to keep this team together and do it again next year.
Well, we were talking about that earlier, actually, because we're going to be moving up to 14 and under. So I like to tell the girls to enjoy winning at 12 and under. But now, next year, we're going to be the younger 14 and under team. But I think if we keep this group together, like I said, most of them are going to be playing with me in the summer. The ones that's not playing, I know they're playing on other teams. So I think we'll be pretty good. We'll have a good chance that we can keep everybody together next year.
Well, ladies, great job. You want to let everybody out there in Prince George's County know who were the 12 and under champions for 2013? It was the lady who? Hello? Oh, okay. Can you say it like y'all won a championship?
Lady Bulldogs.
Oh, wow. Well, Coach, you know, understated here, but they definitely stated it well on the basketball court. Congratulations to all of you. And we wish you much success moving forward. Great job.
Enjoy it, ladies. Enjoy it.
All right.